Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday's reading here at the Conduits. I am very honored and happy to be here to do this for you today. Today is our shadow reading, Divine Feminine. And this is shadow reading for you, Divine Feminine. What are you working with right now energetically that needs to be looked at? Those parts of yourself that are not so easy to look at, that are a little bit scarier. They can give you anxiety, or sometimes those things that are just hard to see, that we're not aware of, that we need to look at, because these shadows do have a creative force in our life. And if we're not able and willing to look at them, then we create in our subconscious with them, we create aspects of our reality that we don't want. So that is what we're going to focus on today. Next week, it will be a shadow reading for Divine Masculine. So we will switch this every week. The shadow reading this week is for you, Divine Feminine. Next week, it'll be for Divine Masculine. And just so that you guys are aware, when you are in a twin flame dynamic, one of you has the positive polarity, the other one of you has the negative polarity, and that is why some of the things happen between the two of you the way that they do. You do have a connection at the level of soul, and it's not about gender. Positive and negative polarities are not about gender. Some of you may feel like a Divine Feminine. Some of you may feel like a Divine Masculine. I'm going to leave that up to you to decide, because this is your journey. And I encourage you to look into that a little further and decide what's right for you. Typically, the positive polarity is the one that experiences a spiritual awakening right out of the gate. So it's very possible that you are the positive polarity twin flame, and that is why you're here watching these readings and looking for information about twin flames, because you are going through a spiritual awakening. So for the first card here in our shadow reading today, you, Divine Feminine or positive polarity, this is going to represent what it is that you need to accept. What is it that you need to accept? Our positive polarity twin flame. What do you need to accept on your journey in order to move forward? For this position, we have the Magician in reverse. So this is my tarot of oppositions. So each card has a shadow side and a light side. And this, when it's in the reverse, that's when it's showing the shadow side. So here we have the Magician in reverse for our positive polarity twins today. With this card being in this position, it looks like Divine Feminine or positive polarity twin is experiencing scattered energy. Maybe you don't really know for sure exactly what you want. Maybe you vacillate back and forth. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of confusion. So you're not really putting your energy consistently towards one thing. You don't really know what your bullseye is. You're not quite sure what you're aiming for. And so because of that, you're getting a lot of mixed results. You're sending a lot of different information out into the field or the world around you. And then the feedback that you're getting isn't really what you're looking for. And so Divine Feminine, you need to really look at this, and it's okay that it's happening. We don't want to ignore our shadows and pretend that they're not there, because we need to look at them. But we are not bound by them unless we believe that we're bound by them. So a step in the right direction is to recognize that it's okay to have shadows. We all have them. It's okay to have areas that we want to improve upon, things that we need to look at, ups and downs in our life. But we need to look at them. And then we also need to have the knowledge and the understanding that we can change them. So I think for you, Divine Feminine, you really need to focus on what it is that you actually want so that you can really put your energy and attention there, with intention, with solid focused intention. All right, so in the next position, what is it the Divine Feminine needs to forgive? What do you need to forgive, Divine Feminine? Forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. If you're carrying negative energy around, it's your own self that is going to suffer from that, not anyone else. You might think it's because of someone else, but really it's actually your own energy, and you're suffering from it because you haven't been able to let it go. So forgiveness of others is not for them, it's for you. They may never know that you have forgiven them. They may not fully understand what they've done. Maybe they're just completely ignorant to the fact that they've even harmed you. But the hatred that you feel and the inability to be able to forgive, and I'm not saying that you condone what they've done. You don't ever have to condone it. But forgiveness is to let go of all of your own anger, the things that are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself and living the life that you want. But this is all about your experience. And your experience is always a choice, regardless of external situations. So for this, we have Two of Swords in reverse. Is that in reverse? Yes, I believe it is. Two of Swords in reverse. It looks to me like you have been hurt before in the past. Something has created a sense of mourning and sadness or sorrow, something that you've not been able to really let go of, and something that seems to resurface frequently in your life in a multitude of different kinds of situations. Whatever this is, it's the root cause of a lot of the sadness and anxiety and fear that you've been experiencing. And so sometimes we're not even sure where certain things come from. And that's why it's so important to look at our shadows, is so that we can really kind of narrow those things down and recognize the true source of our sadness and the true source of our pain. Eckhart Tolle speaks quite a bit about this when he talks about the pain body. And I'm sure all of you have kind of looked into that before or heard about that. If you've been on your spiritual journey for any period of time, you've definitely heard about that. And so it's something that you need to look at so that you can really become aware of it. Our shadows cannot exist when we shine our light of awareness on them, then they have no other choice but to dissipate. That's just what shadows do. They dissipate in the light, and you are the light. So putting your awareness and your, conscious presence as a soul on these things is going to give you the clarity that you need in order to let these things go. All right, so the next card that we have in this for Divine Feminine is, what does Divine Feminine need to release? What will help you if you release it? What is that going to be for Divine Feminine? All right. So for this, we have Two of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So Divine Feminine, what you need to release in order to be able to move forward is, I guess, an inability to be able to really commit to something, which kind of goes along with this first card here, the scattered energy. You got to commit to what it is that you actually want. If you keep putting out mixed signals to the universe, then you're going to end up getting a whole lot of things that don't seem to resonate with you. You are in alignment with those things because your energy is all over the place. However, if you really hone in on what it is that you want by looking at your shadows and knowing what you don't want in order to recognize what you do want, that is going to help you get to where you want to go, right? You have to, if you send a ship out into the ocean without a destination, the ship is just going to, if it doesn't have a course or a trajectory to get to that destination, it's going to just kind of end up anywhere. If you know where you're wanting to go and you set a proper trajectory toward that, you're going to get there efficiently and in less time, and you're guaranteed to get there eventually. So knowing what you want is extremely important in your journey. All right, so for the next card, we have, what is it the Divine Feminine can learn? What can Divine, well, let's see, we've got a card that just fell here. What can Divine Feminine learn? We have King of Wands in reverse. There could be some pretty severe trauma that you've dealt with before and some very, very difficult things to look at. It could be, having been abused or taken advantage of. That can be physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually. Things that are deep, deep wounds of really just being treated in a way that you never ever deserved, and never having the control in those situations to really help yourself. The betrayal is intense and strong, and it's going to be very, very difficult to really work through these things. You may need to seek out help through therapy, through trusted mentors. Now, those things are all really, really good, but this journey that you're on is about being able to really go within for answers. So look at everything, all these different modalities of healing and help and mentorship and therapy as external sources to help you find the answers within. You can't find the answers outside of yourself, but things outside of you can point you correctly or incorrectly towards the answer inside of you. So really being able to learn to trust your own discernment and seek the answers within you is going to help. But outside sources and resources that you can go to, I highly recommend when you're dealing with this much pain And only you will know exactly what that is, Divine Feminine. When you really start to look at this, only you will know where that came from and what that is. And for whatever that is, I am truly sorry for the suffering that it has caused you. It is, though, unbelievably going to help you to learn something incredible as you navigate your way through it. So whatever it is, it's going to help you to learn something very, very important. And it doesn't make what happened to you okay, but there is something that you can take out of it that is going to benefit you on some level during your spiritual journey, and truth back to the center of who you are. Now, this next card is about where you can actually seek healing and recovery. So what are these different kinds of things that you can seek out for healing? Wow. For this card, we have judgment. Judgment. Oops. Sorry about that. Judgment. Judgment in reverse. With this being in reverse, I think what you can do is seek out any kind of therapy or like healing practices. Different people try different things. There's Reiki. There are meditations. There's, sometimes people even go to like, ayahuasca festivals and things like that. There's different things. I've never done those things, but I've heard that they've been very beneficial to people at times in the right circumstances and in the right places. So those are things you could look at, therapy, but anything that's going to help you to overcome those areas that you might be denying in yourself, and or you're judging yourself. Instead of healing, you're judging yourself. It's the ego that's judging you, actually. And you are not the ego. So anything that's going to help you transcend that, to really be able to let these things go, that's what's really going to help you. So look into some of those things that I sort of just talked about, to see if any of the things that you look at resonate. You can look, there's so many different people that work in the field of spirituality that can help you with those things. Now, again, the answers are always going to be found within you. So anything that you do outside is just a tool to help you go within. That's where answers are always found. And I want you to know that. You will not find the answers out here in the world through these healing techniques that are available to you. However, it's sometimes in doing those things that we're able to go within and find the answers that we're seeking. So it sounds like it's something that will be beneficial for you to help you find the healing and the clarity that you need in order to let some of these deeper traumas go. All right, so this last one is where and who can Divine Feminine go to for help, immediate help? Where can you seek immediate help? To me, this card, Two of Wands, means close to home. It's Two of Wands in reverse, so it's like kind of like keeping you close to home. Plans to travel, things like that could fall apart when it comes to this type of thing, only because the arrows, the outside experiences that you're having are pointing you inward. So meditation is what I'm feeling is calling you, Divine Feminine, because that's really going to help you take some time to just sit and focus on you. That is your fastest track to healing, is through meditation, shadow work, looking at your own shadows, not being afraid to look at them, remembering that you are a divine soul, and using your consciousness to witness your emotions, to witness the mind, to witness all the external events and outside factors from that inner space, so that you can develop that inner standing within you in order to come to the remembrance and the recognition, the realization that you are not fractured, that you are whole and complete. You can't be broken. You are always a whole, complete, valuable soul. What you've experienced doesn't define you. And meditation will help you let go of the experiences that the mind and the emotional body are holding on to, so that you can resonate from that place of wholeness that you already are. That's an awesome reading today. I hope that you guys agree. I do want to do an oracle card for you. And if you guys have not already, please check out our other videos. And also, if you could like and subscribe, that would help a lot. We are a new channel, and your likes and subscriptions really go a long way for us. And if you know anyone that you could share it with, that's always helpful as well. Cam and I do have one-on-ones available. If you are interested in doing a one-on-one, if you have questions about your journey, if you have questions about spirituality, if you have questions regarding a twin flame, or just anything that you would like to talk about, we are here and available, and you can find our information to book that in the About section of our YouTube page, or you can also find it in the description box below. All right, so our oracle card today is Seeing Beyond. And I think this is such a great card for you today, Divine Feminine. Going within, seeing beyond what the mind and the body are telling you you're bound by, what the mind and the body are telling you is reality. Going beyond that and reconnecting to the truth of who you really are. Let's see what the book here has to say about this. Just upon first glance, that's what it looks like to me. All right. Key concepts: vision, the capacity to imagine something, to look beyond the material, beyond the obvious, the realm of the transpersonal. Options and possibilities, getting out of your own way and discarding your projected outcomes. Do you consider things only within the framework of what you already know? Or can you allow yourself to see beyond into the vastness of potential? We are all gifted with the magical ability of imagination, and when we're open to it, we become a conduit for a divine vision greater than our own. Wow. It really does say that. I'm just going to show it to you right there. Become a conduit. That's why we named our channel what we did. I'm going to read that again. We are all gifted with the magical ability of imagination, and when we are open to it, we become a conduit for a divine vision greater than our own. That's why you guys are going through this spiritual journey, and that's why you have met your twin flame, is to recognize that you are a divine creator. You are a conduit here between the heavens and the earth, and you are here to create. There are two ways to view the world and co-create with it. One is from a face value perspective. What you see is what you get. The second is allowing your imagination to see beyond what something is right now and move into a place that doesn't yet exist in the material world. Right here, getting past that trauma. In this cosmic playground of possibilities, you see into a future where anything you imagine has the potential to become real. If you use your imagination faithfully and consciously, avoiding the traps of fearful projection and drama, you can connect to any reality you truly want, honing in on the bullseye, setting your trajectory. When you open yourself even further, you're often gifted with a divine vision through meditation. As a practice, you can reimagine that vision over and over to strengthen it. As you channel these visions through you, you become a superconductor for the world. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so freaking cool. Today, know that your vision, what you imagined forming in the invisible, will be delivered into the material world. Don't worry about the timing of things. That is in the hands of the universe. Your job is to continue to imagine. Take a few steps forward, then imagine some more. The universe's job is to make it real. What a fabulous partnership. You're never alone, Divine Feminine. You're always surrounded by abundance and creation. Recognize that you are already a part of that. Nothing can bind you except for fear. You give fear the option of even being in your life. So turn away from it. Don't ignore it, but turn away from it. Look at it. Recognize where it comes from. Transmute it. Move beyond it. And become and recognize that you already are that conduit that can create the life that you have always wanted. That's what you're here for. I love you guys, Divine Feminine. I love this card. I'm so glad that it came up. What a cool card for today's reading. Thank you so much for being here. This was a new reading for me today. So thank you for being here and supporting us. And we love you, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah, mwah. Bye.